What's going on, everybody? As you can see, I got hard copies of the book I wrote, 101 Plays in the Power Spread, hard copies of the book. Now, look, guys, this book isn't going to tell you how to run offense, okay? What I got in here is just 101 different plays that I've run either in my tenure, 7 years as a head coach, plus an additional 4 years as an offensive coordinator. I gave you 101 of the plays that I have ran that have worked for me. What do I hope you can get from this book? Well, if you do happen to run the power spread, power, counter, zone, RPOs, outside zone, dart, bash, got those things in here. Play action, screens, drop back passes. I got rules. If you get a couple of tweaks to use during the season, a couple of different ways to think about how you do things, to me, that's what I wrote this book for. I didn't write it to give you a manual. I'm working on that. But this is for those of you who want to run it. How can I get different looks? How can I use motion? This is an ideal book, man. I give you the rules for the blocking scheme, but I'm hoping that if you get it, you go and you create different twists to it. So as I say, man, 101 plays, man. I just open it up. You see the chapter on zone. Nothing special, man. Base right, A zoom zone left now. And then I got all my rules. As you can see, man, I got stuff for the quarterback, motions, combos, all that's in here. I got power, I got outside zone, I got speed option. All that stuff is in here, man. So you can see it. I got buck sweep in here. So all that stuff, as you guys can see, over 100 plays, man, on how to do stuff. Passing game wise, I got some bunts, I got some different versions of stick. I got routes. I got depth. I got quarterback reads, man. You see quarterback reads for that and Mike. Um, quarterback three-step drops rules. I got all that, man, in the book. When you buy the book at the end, I got a list of where you can go get cut ups on YouTube. So I got a YouTube list of where you can go watch cut ups over 30 minutes of film. I hope that you get something from it, man. I'm excited for myself because I did something. You too can go write a book, guys. If you got knowledge on something, we all learn by getting better. So I went through several years of stuff and, man, just found it. I'm excited, man. I hope if you purchase it, you get something from it too. You can buy it from me. It's on Amazon, Kindle, the whole nine. Get your book, man. Help your offense. Get a tweet. 101 plays in the power spread. Thank you, guys.
Hi guys, welcome to my clinic presentation. My name is Terrence Banks, and I'm going to be talking about four versions or four types of RPOs that you can run off of inside zone. All right, so here's my contact information. My name is Terrence Banks. I'm currently offensive coordinator, quarterback coach. Listed is my cell phone number, which is 404 606 5481. I run a blog. Currently, the website is highspeedspreadfootball.blogspot.com. I'm the moderator of a Facebook group that talks all things football called the No Huddle Tempo Practice. My email is t.banks@gmail.com, and you can reach me on Twitter at tbanks1906. It's a little bit about my background. I've been coaching now for next year will make year 16. I've been a wide receivers coach at Burtmar High School, 7A school, located in Wilburn, Georgia, right outside Metro Atlanta. From there, I went to the Ruth High School for 3 years, where I was the wide receivers coach, passing game coordinator. From there, I moved to Newton High School in Covington, Georgia, where I was the head football coach for 6 years. And most recently, I spent the past year as the head football coach at Tri-Cities High School in East Point, Georgia. When I talk about my background and how we do RPOs, I want you guys to know probably my current three biggest influences on what we do. Brett Dillman, who is the offensive coordinator at the University of Kansas, a lot of RPOs and getting better at RPOs were influenced by him. Background in my offense was influenced by Noah Mazzoni, who is currently the offensive coordinator at the University of Arizona. I had a chance to meet Noel probably about 10 years ago. Heard him speak for 6 hours. He made things clear for me, and that's kind of where I went on my offensive journey. Brett Dillman, learning a lot from him, the RPOs, and specifically how to read them, made them flourish. And if you guys know me, heard about me, big on the all four system for quarterbacks, passing game planning, and of course that's run by Doug Maddox, who is the offensive coordinator at Union High School in Oklahoma. So those are just parts of my biggest influence. Our base play in our offense, 40% of our offense is inside zone. So we're gonna run inside zone, probably triple option action more than anything else. We are real big on the inside zone, so we're gonna run it from multiple formations, multiple motions with a bubble screen attached to it, or what we call a key screen. That's the screen to any receiver that we deem necessary. We are heavy RPOs. I don't throw the ball a lot as far as being extensive in the passing game because we do so much RPOs. When I say RPOs, I'm speaking specifically about inside zone. I'm just showing you four versions. We probably got about six. We probably carry about three into a year. A lot depends on the receivers I have, the quarterback I got, definitely. And so how we throw those RPOs depends on that. And if you don't get anything else from this presentation, hopefully you find that I'm running an RPO that you can use and implement into your system easily. But if there's a tweak that you want to make or a wholesale change that you want to drop your own, I want you to understand how I made mine better. And that's how we teach it and why we teach it that way. That's the biggest thing I kind of want you guys to take with you. The number one thing that I learned and kind of getting my RPOs better is when we had a conversation with Brett Davis, and then reading this material, hearing him speak at several clinics, is where the quarterback is protected and who can stop the run. That's the number one thing I teach my quarterbacks on RPOs. Where he's protected and who can stop the run. When we do our RPOs, we have a pre-snap and a post-snap option the majority of the time, unless we have tight end protection. We want our quarterbacks to have that get out of jail free card. The number one thing I want you guys to understand about RPOs is that our passes did not go up by throwing RPO. I actually called less passes, and we ended up with roughly about the same number. But when we call RPOs, the R stands for run. So what do I want my quarterback to do? We call RPOs, we want him to run the ball in less. The pass options are just there to make sure that my linemen don't have 20 guys in the box. And I've been one of those coaches, I'm a math teacher by trade, guys. I got this profession as a math teacher. And I've never been one of those guys who said, well, I'm just going to run power. Okay, we got an 8-man box and do X, Y, and Z. That's not really about philosophy. If you put 7, 8 guys in the box, you know the way that we can hurt you. And for us, the best way to do that was to teach our quarterbacks RPOs. So what does it mean on our pre-snap option? Well, pre-snap equals where the quarterback turns his back to. So when you see me running plays, if our quarterback is going to turn his back that way during the actual run part of the play, that's our pre-snap option. What is he looking for? He's looking for anybody that's added to the box that changes up the range of the play. All right, that's his pre-snap read. Where's his post-snap read? Well, his post-snap side is the side that he opens up to the run. So if the run opens him up to the right, then that's where his post snap is because he can easily put his eyes there while executing the run read of the play. So we always have that pre and post snap option on our play, and that's big for what we do. Gap identification. So this is the part that I want you guys to get very familiar with. I'm going to show you some uh, 20T and 10T RPO. So the part I want you guys to get used to is this. So when we talk about our gaps, from out of defenders all the way to D gap on this side from the extra out defender. If we had two tight ends in the game, then our quarterback would be reading out of defenders. So what this means to us is this. Looking at our gaps, given our gaps, If we're in a 10 personnel world, RPO, let's say you put the running back here, who's left. That means that the pre-snap world would be on the right side, okay? If we're running our 10 personnel, what you're going to see is you're going to see us run inside zone this way, and this is going to be the open side. So what does that mean to our quarterback? That means from A to B to C, these gaps are protected as we're running on scheme. That means for you to throw your pre-snap RPO, there has to be somebody threatening this D gap in now. They have attached themselves to the D gap. They're coming up. They're going to blitz off the edge. You don't have anybody for it. And we can fix it with a pre-snap RPO. If there's nobody in this D gap coming right now, then we go to where our eyes are. So we got somebody in the A, and we got somebody blocking C. So our read is in the D gap. If we get somebody who fills the D gap on manipulation, then we go to post snap RPO. Okay? So guys, likewise, then when we add this H back into it, we're going to show you that. Let's talk about how that looks. So I love playing with the H back because what it does is it takes care of all our gaps from C to C. So we're running inside zone to the left, and our H back is coming across. So you got A, B, C, A, B, and C. Every gap is protected. So then this is pre-snap. So pre-snap means D gap or alley. If anybody's in that D gap blitz, if we're in that hole, then we can go to wherever our pre-snap is here. If somebody here through post-snap to this D gap, then we can go to our post-snap side. So that's what we do. The very first thing we do when we teach our quarterbacks is teach him what he's protected, because that's a large part of what he needs to know in offense. All right, so let's move right along to our first RPO play that I want to spend some time with film on here. And here it is, guys. One of the first RPOs that we put in, I actually got it when I first started to try to run these RPOs. We got it from Neil Brown and the guys at Troy. It was a part of what he used to do called the blood package, to which we borrowed and no one playing the blood package with this RPO. Pre-snap, guys, you see again, pre-snap is this extra speed or the speed cut. If we got somebody threatening this D gap, because again, we're in the inside zone to the left with the H back coming to kick out, we're protected from C to C. If somebody steps into this D gap pre-snap, we can throw this 5 yard out. Quarterbacks can convert it to a fade, which is a high percentage throw, or a, anything else that you can use here. Pre-snap. This strong, well, this Sam Backer here is our post-snap read. If he attaches to this play, he beat to the D gap at the very bottom, and we come back and throw this snap. So look at it. If he comes in on this particular drawing, we have the L up. If the strong safety was inside as well, if he blitz, we would have our second window open. So again, let me show it to you. If the strong safety, you take him and you put the rover here. If the Sam blitz and the rover takes away this window, nobody's in this one, so we would come. If the rover is in the current window, somebody blitzes, then there's nobody in this window. So that's important for us to see. All right, so moving right along into actually watching some film of this play. Like I say, you're going to see early shit when you first put it in a few years ago and kind of work our way up. And as you can see here, some of this film is going to be real easy for you. I'm going to show you a lot of runs because we want to run the ball. If you do our count right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the box. Nobody is threatening the gap. And this guy is going to have to attach fast right now to the D gap to make us pull the ball. You doing it? So we get man on man, and we just block. So that was the origin of our play here. Show it to you again. Again, no need pre-snap. That's press coverage. So he decided to block him. No 5 yard out. The quarterback would have to tell him to do something else. And so we're able to just hand it off, run the ball. And you're going to see a lot of these clips are going to be runs, etc. Here we are. And that was the first game we put it in. So the second game that we run, the same thought process. Quarterback doesn't see anybody in these holes, then we're going to run inside zone. And you see the handoff for 10 yards. So I've got some good clips and bad clips here that we're going to show you. Now, I know some people are going to watch this and you're going to see a double team here. We can have a whole different conversation about how we block inside zone, but we really want mass double teams. What would have to happen here for us is if this guy, where he is, it should have been a push call by number 61 to block him. Yes, they should have blocked him, but they do not if you watch this play. Anybody who's watching. Um, Again, this team pressed a lot to the boundary. They kind of moved this guy up, but guys, he's still in no man's land. He is not attached to the D gap. He's gonna have to blitz all the way up here to make her do anything else. If he does, then we like what we have on the screen. But he doesn't. And so as you can see from all of these clips, we're calling RPOs to help ourselves out because it became our crutch. And you can see same game. You can see all the times that we run this play. It made it easy not to have to drop back and call pass plays because we had our pass options on it. So show it to you again here. Same thing. Now this one, our quarterback audible to the fade. Should not have done it. There was really no need to throw it. And I'm showing you early film because we had to redefine how we taught it. And that's why, I'm having the conversation with you about having to teach your quarterback a lot. Now, he told me because that guy was a big guy.